Millions of people in today's world suffer from high blood pressure. High blood pressure can either be caused by someone's diet, not enough exercise, or it can even be hereditary. Heart disease, which is an effect of high blood pressure, is the second leading cause of death in America. In this process analysis, I'm going to teach you how to test someone's blood pressure from home. So this doesn't involve a blood pressure cuff or a pump or a stethoscope. This is just a simple cuff that goes around your wrist and gives you good results. Although it might not be as accurate as going to the doctors, it still gives you a basis of what someone's blood pressure is. So my first step is to find someone to test their blood pressure, so it's going to be my sister. My second step is to roll up her sleeve on her left arm, as long as it goes up to her crease or someone near the crease of her arm, as long as I have enough room to work with. The third step is I'm going to introduce the blood pressure cuff. This is the systolic, the diastolic, and the pulse. These are the three readings that will be spit out after I'm done taking her blood pressure and the start and stop. The fourth step is putting the blood pressure cuff on her wrist. So when I put the cuff on, the arrow has to be on the inside of her wrist, okay? So like as long as it's not on the outside, as long as it's on the inside of her wrist. And then the band, make sure it's on tight but not super tight that she's losing circulation. So as long as it's not going to move or isn't loose, then it should be fine. The fifth step is to have her put her left arm with the band across her chest. As long as the band is on the left side of her chest where her heart is, then it should be accurate results. The sixth step is to push the start button. Once the start button is hit, she shouldn't move or talk. She should just stay still until the test is over with. Step 7 is when the band is contracting, and once the test results are over with, then the band will let out a burst of air and the test will be over with and have the results. So her results are, her blood pressure is 110 over 66. So the top, I'm going to take this off, actually. The top number, which is the systolic number, should be anywhere between 120 and 8, and that should be, a normal blood pressure is 120. The bottom number, which is the smaller number, that's the diastolic number. It should be at 80 or less than 80. So her diastolic was 66, so she has a normal blood pressure, and her systolic was 110, so it's normal. Someone that is borderline high blood pressure either has a systolic, the top bigger number, of 120 to 139, and their diastolic is between 80 and 89. So if someone's blood pressure is in a range of those numbers, that would mean that they're borderline hypertension, and that would mean that they probably need to consult their doctor about their readings. Someone that is stage 1 hypertension has a systolic pressure between 140 and 159 and a diastolic of 90 to 99. So if they're in between those ranges, they should also consult their doctor about those. And a person with hypertension stage 2 has a systolic pressure between 160 or higher and a diastolic between 100 or higher, which is pretty dangerous. That's pretty close to being in like a hypertensive crisis. So a person that has a blood pressure with hypertensive crisis needs to seek immediate medical attention, which is like, this is like borderline heart attack and isn't a safe blood pressure. And that's someone with a systolic that is higher than 180, so be like 185, 190, 200 even, and a diastolic is higher than 110. And that's a person that is at serious risk for a heart attack. But for hers was normal. It's 110 over 66, and her pulse was 105, which is a little bit high. Your pulse usually needs to be around 60 to 100 beats per minute, but hers was okay. It's a little bit high, but it was good. And then, as I said before, this is not the most accurate way to test your blood pressure, but even though you can do it from home and it's easy, it gives you like a basis of what your blood pressure is. but I would still consult with your doctor every single time you go to the doctor and have your blood pressure taken, and let your doctor know what your readings have been of your blood pressure. Or if your blood pressure you think is high, then also contact your doctor. And then step 9 just involves taking the machine off and then pushing the stop button. So this is my process analysis on how to test someone's blood pressure, and I hope this was an easy and simple way for you guys to figure that out.